Buenas tardes, NALEO. I'm very, very proud to be in this room. My name is Mónica García. I'm a daughter of East Los Angeles, born in 1968, and I have benefited from all of your collective efforts. I'm the third Latina to be elected on the board of the LA Unified School District in over 155 years. Since my election in 2006, thank you. I have been joined by Yoli Flores Aguilar and now in July by Nuri Martinez. LAUSD has over 650,000 students, 91% kids of color, 77% kids of poverty, and we are 73% Latino children. Here is what I need from you. We have a crisis in education, and we are losing the fight in the classroom. Children cannot read at grade level. As a room full of folks who are dedicated to a better world, you know how difficult it is to get to graduation if we can't read. And so there is a controversy whether or not our dropout rate is at 50%, whether or not it's about the children or their parents. But what we know is that America is stronger when Latinos graduate. America is stronger when children are well educated, and like so many of us, we tell the story about education transforming lives. It interrupts poverty, and it absolutely changes the world. So on the Board of Education, I welcome you. I welcome your efforts in your town and in our country, and I think the time is now to work together. We have an opportunity in Washington where Si Se Puede has been adopted, and they call it Yes We Can. And I think they're looking for Latino leadership. So in LA, we're working hard. We're saying the goal is 100% graduation. Over the last 8 years, we have built 77 new schools with 50 more to come, much because the LA voters have voted to invest in buildings to end overcrowding and forced busing. And this is to the tune of $27 billion. That has meant over 240,000 jobs to the LA economy. So last November, we passed another Measure Q, $7 billion for schools. We want to be the greenest district in America. We want to be small, modern, and effective. And I have to say to you that today the world is calling on us to work together. We have to work with Mayor Villaraigosa and Supervisor Gloria Molina and Council President Eric Garcia. We have to work and we have to lead. So what we know is that we have two crises. One, for LAUSD, we have a $1.3 billion deficit in the next 24 months. So we have a financial problem, but bigger than our financial problem is our education problem. Even with the adequate funding or the current funding, our graduation still hovers in the neighborhood of 50%. And I told you in 1968, when I was born, people from the East Side walked out and demanded better. And so today in LA, we demand better. And this is a very difficult thing. I asked Arturo and NALEO to think about the mental health session for anyone who has to lead in a hostile environment, because it is tough. We're talking about, the good news is that for most of us, we're not used to flesh economic times, so we know what it is to struggle. The downside is that there's a lot of angry people, and we're used to the blame game. So we have to rise above that and answer the call of Washington that inspires different behavior. In California, we really need to think about sunsetting the Ed Code, because by and large, it's not working. California has reached the 50th of the 50 states in per pupil funding, and we lead the nation in funding for prisons. So as the Latinos become the dominant constituent, as we become a louder leadership, we really have a challenge before us to put the national and local agenda in alignment. Know that the answer starts with education. Yes, we have all benefited from voter registration drives, and I remember being with Southwest Voter when I was 16, helping people register, because people do not know today about the strengths of the Latino community, the strengths of the Latino family, the strength of bilingualism, biculturalism, binationalism, and how the United States does well in investing and partnering with all Latino communities, because we know what it's like to be on the outside and the inside, and bottom line, we're all on the same side. So when I was in 7th grade, I learned that people tend to support what they themselves create. People tend to support what they themselves create. I think this meeting is helping create the America we all want to be proud of. And from the first graders in the classroom to the leadership at the school board, I welcome you, I count on you, and I expect great things. Muchas, muchas gracias. Welcome to LA.